A couple of weeks ago, I was preparing for one of my live shows that I do on Thursdays. Shameless self-promotion. The thing was truly just celebrating women. But I wasn't exactly sure what my lady was going to look like that day. So whenever I get stumped on what I'm supposed to be inspired by, a lot of times I'll go downtown and just walk around and do some shopping and see if anything catches my eye and see if I can piece together an outfit or if there is a specific item that sparks something in me. It can really be anything from a hat to a glove, shoes, something that can help me sort of get an idea. To be honest, I think a lot about something that my mother told me several years ago when she was redoing her house. She was repainting and she was really stuck on what the colors were supposed to be. And she was looking through a magazine. She saw an article about this notion where you take a single item that you like in your house and you use the color palette in that item from, I don't know, it could be a favorite coffee mug, it could be a blanket you like, something that you enjoy, and you use the color palette from that and extrapolate it to the rest of the room. You may be thinking, what does that have to do with drag? Except I was walking through a shop downtown when I spied this amazing thing. So pretty. This is a nice little crochet overlay fringe beaded thing, and it's just beautiful. And I saw this sitting on a rack and I thought, oh my god, this is too pretty for me to pass up. It's a car wash, ladies and gentlemen. You can kind of see how it's woven and threaded with these sort of silver hematite beads, and it's just adorable. All of a sudden I started seeing this girl, a lady in a seedy cabaret and very Bob Fosse-like, just as fabulous as she can be with her fringe and her beads. Or, you know, something like that. I think a lot about my looks in a very theatrical kind of way. Who are these people if they were on stage? Or what kind of characters would I be creating if they were to walk on screen in a movie? So I asked myself, if this lady was in a cabaret, then I want something that's going to show off underneath, that's going to be a little dancey maybe, something that lets her have some movement. And I started seeing this exaggerated showgirl kind of person. That's when I noticed this little number. This is a halter top bodysuit, and it's a darling mauve blush pink that's got a little bit of shine to it, a little shimmer. Now we have a little bit of color, something that shines through and something that's nice and sexy, and something that shows off this beadwork and this crochet work, and still gives some movement to the fringe that's down underneath. And once I thought about that, that put me in the mind of a wig that I enjoy that looks a little bit like this. This is a gorgeous, full, long wig, and it's got a gorgeous ombre to it, from black through blue, through lavender, and then into sort of a lilac thistle. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And I thought that would be a lovely set of hair for a cabaret girl on stage to whip around. And as I started piecing these things together, a girl started emerging in my head and really starting to take some shape and flesh out into the world. Not only that, but having all of those pieces really gave me a fresh palette to work with. Now I knew what kind of colors I could use in some makeup, in accessories, in shoes, or in any other thing that I want to attach to myself. Now I really have a structure and a place to put everything. Whew! That's a lot of work. So once we had the fringe, the bodysuit, and the hair, then I remembered that I had these. Marvelous. It is a stiletto, open-toed, thigh-high, slouch sequin boot. And darling, if she isn't just the most fabulous thing you have ever seen. I really loved where this look was starting to go, because now I had this sort of cabaret rock star. Not to mention that this also sort of fulfills a theme that's starting to go with the garments in this sort of semi-sheen, semi-shine. There's a little bit of gleam to it. That concept really started rolling around in my head when I had all of those pieces starting to coalesce together. The main thing is we have a garment, we have a concept, we have a color palette, we have accents, and we have certain themes that are emerging that we can use in our makeup, which we're gonna see coming up next.